This is my dearest friend Luana. Last year she was diagnosed with Motor Neurone Disease. We call it Mundie because she decided she wanted to give it a cute pet name to make talking about it a little easier. That's so like her. Luana's future is uncertain. Mundie has no cure and it affects everyone differently. When she was diagnosed, all we really knew about it was that it made the Ice Bucket Challenge famous, and the late Stephen Hawking had it. We now know that eventually Lou's nerves will deteriorate to the point that soon she won't be able to eat or breathe. Less than 6 months has passed since she was diagnosed, and now Luana is confined to a wheelchair, struggles to talk, and needs full-time care.
Hi, I'm Luana. I've got 2 children, husband, 2 dogs.
Yeah, we're very lucky with the family. We've got 2 adult children, so good family support. They're here to help out a lot.
The day after I went to see her for the first time after she was diagnosed, she declared it a tear-free zone. She kept looking to Richard, her husband, and telling me how lucky she was. She was telling me how lucky she was to have a blessed life, lucky to have such a supporting, loving husband and family, and lucky that Mundie started at the bottom in her leg. Originally, Luana resisted Googling her disease because she was not sure how much she wanted to know.
I had 2 falls.
Yeah, that's what brought it to her head, was falling over. Because the thing about MND, it's not the kind of thing you can say, well, there's your MND. It's really by ruling out other factors. And at the time, there wasn't enough information. And they're trying to change that. The research that they're trying to do in MND is trying to help look for these warning signs earlier, to help people address it earlier.
I thought the doctors got it wrong.
I'll never forget, she used to say, our life's too perfect, something's got to go wrong. I said, don't think that, that's a stupid thing to think. And she's actually gone, told you so. In some ways, that funnily enough, since the MND diagnosis, the anxiety's gone.
Oh God.
Great cure for anxiety.
There simply wasn't a logical reason that such a beautiful soul could be given such suffering. Lou's diagnosis is evil. She has become a prisoner in her own body. But what isn't affected is her mind, or her heart, or her smile.
Smile.
Smile. Yeah, smile. I mean, Luana radiates so much, love around her, and she smiles, everyone smiles.
In the uncertainty, there was only one thing left that we have for certain. Love. Pure love. Love for our family. Love for our friends. Love for life. Love for a moment of clarity. Luana, with her endless grace, showed me the meaning for existing in such an uncertain world is clear: to love and to live for the moment.
I have no regrets. Enjoy every day.
So we just focus on, I guess, making every day count, and as corny as it sounds, Luana's the best now she'll ever be, and every week we're going to do what we can. We've travelled lots, and we're so grateful for that. We'd never have done that if we didn't actually take the chance when it was there. There's always a reason why you couldn't. There's always a reason why you could put it off for another time. And we take a lot of comfort that we couldn't have done more with our lives than what we did.
The day we heard of her illness is the day we planned for our trip to Bali. She was waiting for her leg to get better before deciding to go. When she heard she was not getting any better, we all decided to go anyway.
And that's important. We knew that things will get gradually worse, and that was July. So diagnosed end of June. I think 2 weeks later we're in Bali. But it's something that we thought, let's just do it. Sitting on the beach, drinking a bintang, watching the sun go down, and do it with a bunch of friends around us was just really, important and amazing. We look back at them, our videos and photos and stuff, very often. And it just makes you appreciate the world more, appreciate life more. Having a nice bathroom's great, but those memories, they're pretty special. The diagnosis, even on a family level, has changed our family as well. An example is my mum and her sister, who lives in England, haven't spoken for maybe nearly 20 years. A bit of a falling out, which was a trivial thing. But mum reached out to her sister and they had a big cry on the phone. And they're really close again now. And it is really, I guess, heartwarming to think that it's made people realise what's important.
When Luana went Facebook official with her relationship with Mundie, her announcement was one of gratitude, not defeat. And it was one that sung out to the world and began to solidify her legacy.
You don't know what's around the corner.
Why put things off and why delay? Just live for the moment. And sometimes Luana feels like she's being made a fuss of, or she doesn't want to be a bother. I said, Luana, reverse the role. You'd be there in a flash. You'd be the first person to help out other people.
I feel that because there's no cure, no one responsibility. It couldn't happen in my family again, or to my friends.
Since Bali, Luana has come home to plan many more adventures, volunteering for various MND studies to help others, becoming this year's highest individual fundraiser for the Muscle Up for MND campaign, trekking in Cambodia, a cruise with the family, and the wedding of her beautiful daughter.
We'd both like to know whether, this 5 years, 2 years, 6 months, we'd like to know. It would help know if it was a short term, just to do a lot in that short term.
We have known about ending it.
We had some pretty frank discussions about the opportunity of taking control of that, which is a horrible thing to talk about, but it's a practical thing. It's hard enough now seeing Luana every day getting frustrated and bored, and it's a minefield though. I can't even think to be in a position where we consider that, but it might give peace of mind thinking there's some way to stop the suffering.
I don't want to stop.
Any other words on Mundie?
It's pretty cruel. It's horrible, but yeah, you just got to really make the most of what you've got around you. Keep your family close and your friends close.